Greetings everyone, Adrian Lobo here, and in this vlog I would like to talk about dance as a spiritual practice. Now for those of us who are here on planet Earth, who are living a human experience, we have been given a plethora of options of spiritual practices and various different types of spiritual paths, from Christianity to Buddhism to Taoism to shamanism, and all these infinite plethoras of isms that we could practice in our seek for truth. And I would like to highlight a practice that isn't really talked about as a spiritual practice, and that is the art of dance. Because as you know, if you don't know me yet, I am a dancer. And through my journey of 12 plus years now as a professional movement artist and dancer, I am confident to say that dance is definitely one of the greatest spiritual practices one can choose to do. And in my journey, I am also a very spiritual, mystical person who loves to pursue truth and esoteric knowledge. And I've been on a journey of exploring and playing and studying different types of spiritual paths, from yoga to qigong to shamanism and indigenous ways of praying, and even Christianity and Catholicism, which is where I actually began. And every religion, every spiritual practice has its own truth and its own values it can offer. But I have definitely realized through my journey that dance is one of the most powerful spiritual practices one can do. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my top reasons why dance is a spiritual practice. So, starting with number one, the reason why dance should be venerated and honored as a spiritual practice is that it can help you enter the flow state very, very well. When I was dancing in my earliest years, I discovered that when the music would come on and I would hear a beat that I really loved, and I just allowed myself to just get into the music and let go, I would enter these beautiful, profound states of flow. And I would literally just let go of my mind, let go of my thoughts, and enter into the music in such beautiful ways. And I would just surrender into it and just totally let go. And after I would be done dancing, I would feel amazing. I would feel like this healing energy flowing through my body, and I would feel this profound state of bliss that I had never experienced before. And in those early years for me, I wasn't in tune with meditation or yoga or stretching. I was just like the everyday person, just day-to-day life, living, having a job, and trying to keep up with life. And we tend to get very in our heads in our Western world over here. But dance showed me how to get out of my head and into my body and into my life force. And I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was amazing. And I knew that it was profound and powerful and super healing. And regardless of knowing anything about spiritual practices or enlightenment, dance was able to take me to these brief episodes of enlightenment and mystical experiences and higher states of consciousness without even knowing about it. And that's why I think dance can be so powerful. Regardless of where you're at, regardless of your age, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your religion, you can enter into profound states of enlightenment through dance if you just simply surrender into the music and allow yourself to move and groove. And it will happen regardless. And that's one of the main reasons why, to me, dance is an incredible spiritual practice. Moving on to number two. The second reason why I feel dance is an amazing spiritual practice is that dance is very healing. Through dancing, you can literally dance your traumas, your emotions, your stuck energies out of your body. And I have been able to heal myself through dance in profound ways. There's even a plethora of dance therapies out there, like an individual known as Gabrielle Roth, this woman who created this ecstatic dance style, this 5-element approach. I don't remember the exact way it's called, but she developed a system of dance therapy where people can literally enter into their states of emotion, of anger or sadness or fear, and literally just dance it out. And events like ecstatic dances were born from her movement. And there people just go and the music is turned on, and this whole group, this whole community is dancing together, not trying to impress anyone, not trying to hit on anyone like at a club or something. They're just there to just purely dance, and it's like a dance church, really. But there's no religion, there's no dogma, just you, your body, your music, and the dance floor, and the community, and it's beautiful. And I've seen profound healing occur for people through dancing. Now, for me specifically, the styles that I do, which are from the street dance styles, I realized that by practicing these movements and things like tutting and waving, it really allowed me to not only gain my flexibility and my strength, but it helped relieve a lot of tensions that were built up in my body. And people can use massage to relieve tensions or yoga to relieve tensions, but dance is one of the best ways to release tensions and stress from your body. And if you're an entrepreneur or a very busy person, I highly recommend that you take 5-minute dance breaks throughout your day. And I guarantee you it's going to uplift your mood, it's going to take away stress, going to take away tension, especially in our sedentary lifestyle. Dance can be an amazing way to heal your body. And not only does it heal your body, but it can heal your soul. For me, it healed my soul. Before I danced, I was a very shy person. I had a lot of insecurities. I wasn't empowered. I wasn't in control of my confidence yet. But dance allowed me to find that confidence through gaining my skill and my technique. And it's not even about being a technical, highly advanced dancer. Just simply the act of moving your body and allowing yourself to just get loose and move your body to music you love, you can heal your soul, your emotions. You can heal your mentality. And for me, it's created profound states of transformation for me. Dance really allowed me to claim my power and find a lot of empowerment for myself. So dance is an incredible form of therapy, an incredible form of healing. And as we know, for all of us on the spiritual path of enlightenment, before we become enlightened, we must become endarkened. Meaning, you must do your shadow work. Because spirituality isn't all, light and love and unicorns and rainbows. In order to be evolved and to develop and have self-mastery, you really got to do your shadow work and go deep into your traumas, go deep into your emotions, your sadness, your stress, your depressions, your anxieties, or whatever it is, your demons, and face them. And dance has allowed me to dance with my demons in a very playful and beautiful way. So I highly recommend for those of you out there who are looking to find an alternative way to heal your traumas, to face your demons, is to dance with them and play with them and allow it to move through you. And don't be afraid to get emotional too. I've had moments where I was crying while I danced or was angry while I danced. But through moving through it and dancing through it, I had a resolution. I came to a resolution and was able to release it out of my body. And that's one of the main reasons why dance can be a great form of healing as spiritual practice. Number 3, dance is the original language. Before there were words, before there was languages, before there was books and scripts, there was dance. And dance is a beautiful way to transcend borders and international differences. And one of the best examples I can give for this is in the street dance community in Los Angeles. We would have these yearly international dance competitions, such as Freestyle Session and B-Boy Summit. And this would happen maybe once or twice a year, and they were very special because dancers from all over the world would come to Los Angeles to compete. Dancers from France, from Europe, from Japan, from China, from Africa, from South America, all these different people of different ethnicities and different races would come together under one roof and all dance together. And they would all enter the tournament. But outside of the tournament part of it, there would be the ciphers, the dance circles, where all these people from different countries would come together in one giant circle, and they would just take turns dancing. And there I saw my first vision, the first manifestation I've ever seen of world peace. Literally, people who didn't speak each other's languages, who didn't speak a speck of English, we're still able to understand each other and find friendship and create community and relations in a very beautiful, friendly way. And that's when I saw one of the most beautiful aspects of dance, that you can transcend barriers, you can transcend borders through dance. Dance literally brought all these people together, and they were able to understand each other much more deeper than words, much more deeper than languages or sentences or formal introductions or what have you. Dance is able to show yourself in such a beautiful, deeper way that language can't. And there's when I saw world peace manifested in one roof at an underground street dance battle. And I highly recommend you check these out. They happen all over the world now. And back and then in those years, street dance was very underground. But now, in these days, the street dance styles are huge. And one of the biggest international dance competitions is in France, known as Just Debout. And they have preliminary selections all over the world, and the winners of those selections get to go to France and compete at the World Finals. So it's really amazing. Dance is the original language. It transcends barriers, it transcends borders, and literally brings people together and can manifest world peace. Number 4. Now that we're talking about competitions, I would like to talk about the dance battle. Now, the dance battle is one of the greatest forms of mindfulness practice. And this can be funny to people, like how can competing in a dance competition, especially a street dance battle, which are known to be very aggressive and very extrovert and very wild and sometimes even disrespectful, how can that be a spiritual practice? Well, the way I look at it is when you enter a dance battle, you are putting yourself on the line. You are going to be in front of all these people. You're going to be judged. You're going to be filmed. All your dance movements are going to be recorded. So everything you do is recorded in space and time. And, having all that pressure makes your ego go crazy and just, totally activates all your shadow aspects. You get nervous, you get the butterflies, you start doubting yourself, you start going blank, or maybe you go into this rage mode where you go too much into it, you get too aggressive, you get too excited, and you lose control. But if you approach it with mindfulness, dance battling can be an amazing way to transcend your ego and do your shadow work. The way I look at it is when I enter a dance battle, I'm not entering to battle my opponent, the dancer. My opponent, my real opponent, is actually myself, my own shadow ego. I go into it looking at it like, I'm going to dance and enter this battle, and I'm going to do my best to battle my demons and get over my fear, my anxieties, my insecurities, and do my best to enter into that flow state. And that's why I recommend people to enter dance battles at some point in their life if you're a dancer, if you're serious about the dance path. Because if you're mindful about it and aware, it can be a credible way to transcend your shadow self and really find transformation in the dance battle floor. So that's one of the main reasons why dance battling can be an amazing spiritual practice. Number 5 is performance. Performance is a way that dance can be a spiritual practice for others. Now, when you dance on stage, not only are you up there to entertain people and just put on a show, but you have an opportunity to create profound transformation in your audience. When I have performed on stage, throughout all the stages I've been on, throughout all the years I performed, I have discovered the profound impact I have on people when performing. I have literally seen people brought to tears through my dance. I have seen people being healed through my dance performance. I have seen people become empowered through my dance performance. I have seen people obtain a light of hope, a spark of hope and faith in their life through my dance performance. By going up there and creating magic on the stage and just showing like how my human body can move in these ways, and just like how you have a body, I have a body, I have the same fingers and hands and nose and arms and legs that you have, and yet I'm able to move in unique ways that can create profound inspiration and empowerment for my audience. I remember one of my performances, I was dancing at a powwow. Actually, it was a global international Native American Indigenous powwow, and I did a dance performance for the local indigenous people of New Mexico. And at the end of my performance, this really old grandmother came up to me and she said, "Wow, your dance was so amazing, and it made me feel young again seeing you dance. I hadn't seen something like that in so long, and you just made me feel youthful again. You sparked my energy up, and I felt, my pain in my body go away for that moment." And I was literally shocked and amazed to hear that from her, this beautiful elder grandmother lady who was able to feel young again through my dance. And that's what performance can do for people. I've even heard stories of people who were really depressed and kind of lost a connection to the divine and had doubts in life, and were going through struggles, but they came to my show and they saw me dance, and something about my performance helped them see something magical about life, because I'm up there and I look at it like I'm this dance movement magician. I'm moving, energy, and I'm sending good vibes out, and I'm drawing these sacred pattern grids, and I really go through my performance with intention. And I've seen and heard feedback from people in the audience saying how it's affected them. So this is one of the amazing ways dance can be an incredible spiritual practice, not just for yourself but for others. And that's why I really venerate the performance art, because to be a performer is a great high honor. And when you're up there on the stage, you have an amazing opportunity and responsibility to change people's lives for the better and send out love and light and amazing healing vibes through your dance. So never underestimate the power of your performance and the power of your dance, for it can change people's lives in ways you can never imagine. Next is number 6 would be, now we're going to go a little deeper into a psychedelic rabbit hole. And through my journey, not just my dance journey, but my spiritual journey, I was able to unlock very profound mystical realizations through my experiences with plant medicines such as ayahuasca, DMT, and psilocybin mushrooms, and even LSD. Yes, Mom, I have experimented with those things. And it has created profound realizations for me. And I remember this one several times where I would be in that psychedelic, non-ordinary state of consciousness, really going into my body, really going into my spirit, and going on a vision quest, like really going deep into these mystical visionary states. And I would find that my body would just start to move on its own. And I think a lot of it had to do with me being a dancer already. I had already unlocked my body in amazing ways through dance. So by entering these psychedelic states of consciousness, I was able to unlock these higher states of awareness and energy pathway and flow, where I started seeing these visions started coming to me. And one of the visions, several of the visions, they're all actually kind of connected. I would see visions of these deities, like these ancient gods and goddesses like Shiva or Buddha or Kuan Yin, or these Tibetan deities, even like shamanic spirits, like animal spirits, or I think they call them therianthropes. Graham Hancock, archaeologist and researcher, talks about how there's these spirit beings in the shamanic world that are half human, half animal. They have a human body, but maybe have like a tiger head or an eagle head, And I would see these type of spirits come to me. But they wouldn't just come to me, they would come to me dancing. And they'd be moving in my face and showing me things. The 1,000-armed goddess moving her hands, and not just any way, but she would be tutting in certain ways, and moving in these mudras and doing these certain hand positions. And when I saw that, they would do this pose, and I would be like, "Whoa, I've seen that pose from a statue in like a museum or a spiritual textbook." Like Shiva Nataraj, the divine dancer, doing that dancer pose. I would see visions of that. But it wouldn't be in a solid state. They would enter that pose, yet move with it. And I thought, wow, I think my hypothesis is that these deities that are being in these certain poses aren't meant to just be still. They're actually moving, they're actually dancing. And when I saw these visions and had these experiences, I felt like I was receiving this transmission of energy from these visions. Not only that, I would sometimes see the deity around me. Actually, like I would be inside of them, and I would be inside the body of this god or this goddess. And they would be like moving, and my body would be moving with it. And through that, I was like feeling as if I was tapping into this ancient knowledge, this ancient sacred movement knowledge. And this movement, this dance, isn't just an ordinary dance. It's actually a form of like an energetic activation. And I'm trying my best to find the right words to describe this because these experiences were so profound. You know, they transcend language. But bear with me here. I'm doing my best to try to describe my experience. So basically, in my experiences with DMT and psilocybin mushrooms especially, I would find myself, you know, moving my palms in certain ways that were later I discovered were very similar to ancient movement forms like yoga and Tai Chi and Bagua and Qigong, these sacred energy movement forms that are ancient. And I discovered that there is what I have termed or coined a term, something I'm playing with called the divine human movement blueprint. And my theory is that the human body is endowed with a divine human movement blueprint. It's a specific pattern of moving your body that activates a type of energetic flow and creates a higher state of consciousness and literally raises the vibration of your body, yourself, and your environment. It's almost like the body is like an antenna, and when you move in these certain pathways, tracing these sacred geometric grids and flowing in these certain patterns while, you know, holding certain mudras and hand seals, you're activating this, what I call the divine human movement blueprint. And I've been on this quest of discovering that movement more and more through my life. And my theory is that all these different ancient movement forms like shamanic dancing, yoga, Tai Chi, Bagua, they all are puzzle pieces of it. Yet, there isn't just one way to do it, too. Like you and we all each have our own way of activating and accessing that high form of movement. And it's profound. It's amazing. And when I was activating this divine human movement blueprint in my body, I would feel profound states of consciousness, profound states of energy flow, healing, you know, seeing visions, having this downloads of cosmic universal information just downloaded into me, and these glimpses of enlightenment. And wow, it's beyond words can describe, but I hope, you know, my experience and my story can help you feel and just get a glimpse as to what I'm trying to describe and help you understand that the body, movement, dance, it's amazing. We have no idea the true potential of our being, of our body. And that's why I always say that the body is the highest form of technology. It is a divine technology. And this is why I dance. This is why I'm an ambassador of movement in the body and dance, is to help people realize how powerful we are truly, how amazing, how magical we truly are. And in our Western society, we've forgotten so much, you know? We get so caught up in the mind, we get so caught up in these mental constructs, in this labyrinth of the matrix of a human game that we've created. But things like dance and movement can bring us back to our body and get us out of our mental constructs and enter into these profound states of awareness. So that's my little wrap around number 7, or number 6, the Divine Human Movement Blueprint. So yeah, dance can give us glimpses of enlightenment, and dance is a profound spiritual practice which you can embark upon. And this has been my journey as a dancer, as a movement artist, and it is my dream, it is my goal, it is my mission to help people understand and to honor and to realize and to venerate dance as a spiritual path, as a path to enlightenment. And I come from a street dance background, you know. I didn't grow up in a college. I didn't go to college for dance. I know I wasn't in the contemporary modern world. You know, I grew up in the streets. I danced in backyards, in garages, in underground clubs, at raves, you know. But even then, I was still able to grasp this and understand this. Even then, without formal education, without, you know, elders or guides to show me the way, I was still able to discover this. And that's why I think dance is so amazing, is that it is available to everyone and anyone, regardless of your age, regardless of your beliefs, regardless of your background, regardless of your language, your ethnicity. If you just have access to music and you have a body, even if you're handicapped, even if you're injured, you can still dance. You can dance in your soul, you can dance in your heart. And that is why I just love it so much, and it's so profound. And I want to help bring up especially the street dance styles to be recognized and honored and venerated as a path to enlightenment, as a spiritual practice. And this is what I'm doing with my project. I have an online course out called Pop and Unlock, and what I'm doing is helping take my personal love for my dance style, popping in animation, and fusing it with all this ancient knowledge and spiritual wisdom. And a lot of it has to do with Taoism and shamanism, these two main paths that I really love, fused with the popping style in this unique format that can help people not only learn the dance techniques and learn how to become embodied and empowered through their dance, but also obtain all this ancient knowledge and spiritual wisdom to help facilitate profound states of realization and consciousness and access that enlightenment mode for you. And so that's what I aspire to, and I really want to help people experience what I've experienced and empower people how I've been empowered and inspire people how I've been inspired through my journey as a dancer. So that is my wrap up for today in this vlog, why dance is a beautiful spiritual practice, and I want to help it become more honored. And just like how yoga is respected all around the world, just like how Tai Chi and Qigong is respected as a legitimate, bona fide spiritual practice, I want dance to be honored in that way as well. And dance is an incredible supplement to your spiritual practice. Even if you are a yogi or a meditator or a Tai Chi practitioner or a Catholic or a Egyptian mystic, whatever you are, dance can be an incredible supplement to your practice, to your belief, whatever you believe in. When I before I even got into these spiritual practices like Kundalini yoga and Tai Chi and Qigong, when I danced, and then when I got into these practices, I was able to feel the energy even more. When I meditated, I got to go even deeper with meditation. I got to access these higher levels of energy and consciousness and awareness much more than the other students in the class who didn't dance before. So dance can really unlock your body and awaken your energy gates and your chakras and your meridians and your soul and your mind and your body in such profound ways that it's beyond words can describe. So I think I've described as much as I possibly could in this video. So whoever's watching out there, I highly recommend you, after you watch this video, to put on some music, turn off the screen and just dance and feel your body. Don't think so much. Don't try to be the best. Don't try to be so dope or awesome. Just be loose, just be relaxed, and allow yourself to move and groove and feel yourself through the beat and really, surrender into the music. And try to play music you really love, because the more awesome the music is for you, the easier it is for you to enter into these profound mystical states. So everyone, thank you so much for listening to this vlog. I'm so excited to start sharing my stories with you guys out there. I have a lot much more coming on the way, so stay tuned. If you would like to watch me more, check out my YouTube channel, Adrian Lobo on YouTube, and I got my online course on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/AdrianLobo, and I will put all my links, all my stuff. You can find me in the description boxes below. So, peace, infinite blessings to everyone out there. Keep dancing, keep moving, keep grooving. I shall see you on the other side. Peace.